Hello. I came on to show what I'm making. I started this yesterday. And there's certain ways that I make these to where it's really easy. And I forgot how to do that until I went to bed last night. So I spent the whole day working on this, doing things the hard way because I couldn't remember this certain little technique that I had thought of while I was making my granddaughter one, which is the first one I made of these. Because I made her so thick and fluffy. Well, in the process of it, I figured out a way to do it easily and fast. To where it wouldn't make your hands ache and so unfortunately I forgot how to do that until last night. And another thing that was working against me were these head pins from Michaels. This super heavy duty gauge of a wire. They don't, in fact, I wish they would tell what gauge of a wire that they are, but I'm not seeing it nowhere on the package. I don't recommend these if you want to do mass little pieces, for your bracelets. If you want to keep them around for years on end and just have some around to make, a couple, like a necklace with a couple little head pins on it or something like that, they're probably wonderful for that because they'll last for years. But if you're wanting to make a something substantial with a lot of head pins, I do not recommend those at all. They'll make your wrist hurt. They don't cut well. No matter how hard I would try to hold on to the other piece, it still would go flying. These are very strong. And they're very good probably for some projects. But to make mass amount of little dangles, no, they're not good for that. So I'm going to be returning the other package. And I'm probably going to finish this bracelet with these because it's all I've got with the little flat head on them like that. So I come on here to talk about that. And if I had this to do all over again without remembering how I made that other bracelet, I wouldn't. But now that I remember how I did that, I will continue to add stuff to it. Even with the head pins are like super strong. Now see, I was able to make 3 or 4 bracelets, man. That didn't even bother me. Very thick and fluffy, substantial bracelets. Because I had the right material. I figured out a fantastic technique to do it with, how to make them. And as long as I can remember how I did that, if I can just find the head pins similar to what I had, those were old, so I have no idea where they came from. But yeah, these feel like, even though they're not thick like it, they feel more like an 18 gauge. They're just very stiff, very hard, don't cut well. In fact, when they cut, they almost have like a jagged end on them. They're very nasty little head pins. I don't recommend them. Unless you got strong man hands. I do not. I do not. So that's how I'm going to rant about that. But this is going to end up really pretty. These are, what you call, stabilized turquoise. Which is like that powdery stuff they put together. And sometimes they'll stabilize an old turquoise that seems to be falling apart. Now I'm not sure how their process of it, but I'm sure it's some sort of like a coating. And some stabilizations is where they make it up from a powder. So I just wanted to come on and show this. This is my new little toggle clasp. They're stinking cute. They're not real silver, but they are adorable. And so, yeah, that's why I came on. I'm gonna keep this short. I'm gonna add some silver bells to it and the little stabilized turquoise pieces to it. And we'll see how hard these headbands on my hands is by then, to whether I add any more or not. Hers may be a little skimpier than the rest of them, just because of the headbands. And see, if I remembered how to do my technique yesterday, in combination, had lighter gauge headbands, this thing would have been full by now and I'd been finished. But I am going to finish it. But before I make another one, I'm going to see if I can't find some better headbands. So with that, I'm going to say thanks for watching. I made another video. I did not hit the button and erase it. I started ranting and then I had to debate whether I wanted to put it up or not. And I will tell you what the rant is partially about. I will not do like I did on the last video, because I'm still very, not over it. But it has to do with my ornaments and Swarovski crystals. And if you want one, with Swarovski crystals, we're going to have to work something out money-wise before I get them. Because that didn't work out so good for me before. And I'm not going to say the things that I did on my other video that I decided not to put up, because I was letting some steam off. I didn't name no names, and I wouldn't never do that. But I thought I gave an opinion on what I thought of the situation and how the people treated me about it. And I thought I told what I thought of those people and the way they treat me and how they act. Like, something was done to them when it was done to me. And don't waste your time with people like that when they've done something wrong to you and they want to spin it around to where they make it look like you're the one at fault. Life's too short to waste your time with them. So that's the way I feel about it. And so that's the way I'm going to leave this video. And so I'm not even going to worry about it, because I've got a bunch of new people that I really like. And the person I was just talking about don't watch me anyway. So I don't know what made them even come into my life and ask that kind of a question. So all my my bead weavers, and you guys have nothing to do with this. This has to do with a whole different kind of a group. It has nothing to do with bead weaving or making jewelry like this or anything. They're a whole different monster, so to speak. That's putting it nicely. But yeah, working on this has been a learning experience, even though I've got tons of cha-cha bracelets I made in the past. Very thick ones, round ones, fluffy. I was a lot younger when I made those. So I guess I just had some of the head pins left over from back then that was really easy to use. You want to get something that's very flexible to use when you're going to make these kind of bracelets, and you want them to be full and fluffy and not end up looking like this, like sticks on a chain. Well, then you probably need to use a lighter gauge of a head pin, or maybe if not even that, just use a head pin only whenever you want to have a flat bottom and do wire wrapping. I would recommend about a 22 gauge to wire wrap your. I wasn't going to share any of my techniques in my last video, but this is only a 24, so it's very soft. So if at 22 is probably better to do it with, if you don't want to use very strong part on your head pins. I only used 4 for this one, but now I'm using them for these ones, and they're hurting my hands by now. I used other techniques for this, but even in my last bracelets, I forgot how I even made those, and boy, oh boy, I remembered everything came back last night to me right before I went to bed, after this much was done already. I was like, oh shoot, oh yeah, that's what I did. So anyway, enough about that, and thanks for watching. Please leave a comment, and a thumbs up, and a like, and a share, and please subscribe, and don't ever take me too seriously, because it's usually something somebody else has done. It has nothing to do with all you people that leave such loving, caring comments here. Okay, it'll be somebody that's up in the number of views that won't say nothing, if anything, that doesn't like me, that I might be talking about. Okay? And so, I love y'all. Thanks for watching. Bye.